Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Day, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie.
Hi, Jay.
Hello, Michael.
How are you, my friend?
Very well.
Yeah.
Family's just, winding down school. It's the final week of school.
Oh,
Did you realize
it
that?
is. Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. We're on the cusp of a lot of laziness.
Yes.
An
Well
objection
deserved,
to
too.
chores.
Well deserved. I mean, they've worked hard.
yeah,
I mean, they've put in a strong effort.
Especially this last week. I think they're.
Yeah.
I think Sweet Pie's watching. What's she watching today? Some cartoon today.
Good.
Yesterday was some feature film. Who knows about tomorrow?
In
Probably
class?
a party. Yeah, I think today's pajama day. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love Pajama
Yeah.
Day. Wait, I
They
never
really
had
they
Pajama
really
Day.
crush it at the end of the year.
Yeah. They're working hard. I mean,
They get their summers off.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Yeah,
no. Let's not go down
It's
that road
it's
again.
just a shit week. This final week where they're doing nothing.
Is
Although
this-
I will say Manny has a couple relevant finals.
Yeah. He's
But-
studying for.
Yeah.
Is it that feels a little late? Actually, I would have thought they were off by mid-June.
No, that's
No, that's standard, pretty normal.
I think so.
Yeah. Quick question for you: is butthole the worst word
Yeah,
in our
it is,
language?
yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I mean
Butthole.
Butthole. We were talking off air.
Remember
for
when that was a
second.
bad word? Like to me, like
I
when
think
you were
it
a
still
kid.
It's still a bad word.
No, no,
Yeah, I think it's still.
No, it is, but I mean,
Oh,
no
don't
one
be a
even
butthole,
says
you-
it anymore. Like, I mean, I remember though it was like,
It's just fucking gross.
Yeah, I mean the visual that it creates. Butthole.
Yeah.
don't be a butthole.
Shut up, you butthole. I'm gonna bring that one back. Maybe.
Why?
I don't know, because it sounds funny calling you a butthole.
But
We're
it
telling
doesn't,
E.
that's the thing.
We're trying to tell E not to cut his hair for a year and a half, and then we'll reassess at that
We
point.
promise to reassess. We will do that. I mean, I'll put it on the calendar. We will reassess in 1.5 years.
Right.
18 months. It's no problem.
And if he feels the need to cut hair, we were saying he could shave his legs or
feels
his
the
butthole
you fucking
hair.
feels the need. So if I just feel the need to cut hair, my legs will just do. Like, give me
Yeah,
a break,
I mean,
dude.
well, I mean, it was
I'm
just
not-
an offer. You don't have to accept it.
I don't have to do any. I'm not doing any of that shit. I don't know when I'm gonna cut my hair, but it's not.
Leave it easy. It looks
Yeah,
sweet.
looks great.
It's starting to curl up. It's dynamic.
Dude,
I don't know
imagine
what
the
I'm gonna
fro that dude will walk around with.
It'll never be like that. I don't know what you're talking about. It will never.
But
it
it'll
just
get
curls.
long and it'll come down your back, curled up
Not
and
even.
wavy.
Yeah.
It's-
It won't.
Oh, man.
Dude, it'll be sweet.
I'm
It's
excited
worth trying.
to see it.
I am too.
It's not. I've already tried. I tried it when I was young. It was better when the hair would have been grown better when I was in high school than now, and I didn't do it then. It doesn't do anything. It just starts curling up amongst
It's okay.
itself.
It's okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
well,
Looks
it's
sweet.
not okay for me. I don't like it when it's.
How much is it going to cost to see?
I don't know.
You don't see the back of your head anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel it though, and when I wear hats, I can't wear. I've already started to have an issue wearing hats because the hair is too annoying, and I do feel it. I don't see it, but I fucking feel it when it's like on the back of my neck curling. It's annoying, honestly.
Hey, speaking of hats, thanks to Jim, who won the tickets last week to the Tiger game. He
Oh yeah.
forwarded us some Negro League Detroit
Oh.
Stars hats.
Sweet.
Yeah, cool
Nice.
of you. And he was very appreciative of that. You know,
what
he
I want.
posted on
This
I already
social
got
media
one,
and stuff.
So I don't know what you're looking at.
No,
Oh,
I was going to
between
give you
you and Jay?
if there was one that was worse, but
Thanks again for the Tiger tickets. Here are 3 Detroit Stars Negro League hats that I managed to get for you. Thanks again, Jim. Yeah, absolutely, Jim.
yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for your patronage of our sponsor, Hamlin Pubs, because that's how
That's
he
right.
won that. It was the hashtag Hamlin Pub deal.
Oh, is that was
Yeah.
yeah, great.
Mike,
Yeah,
I was
that'd be
telling
fun.
Jay, I go running by my house sometimes, and we have these trails. Speaking of kids, by the way, doing nothing, I suppose at the end of the year.
Yeah, going
We
for
have-
a nature walk.
Yeah, we have these trails by my house, and they have like this, like I guess that's what it is. It's just like a community center or something, but they'll have like kids do like, oh, let's go look at butterflies or whatever, and they happen to be in the trails that I was going running on, and I come up, and like the
Gross.
mom like
You
goes
ran
like,
through a second grade class, like they're busy on the trail, and there's excuse me, out of the way, out of the way,
well, luckily,
the fuck off the trail.
I always hate it. It only happens
On your left.
It only happens a few fucking times when I do this that I hit the bad timing where these kids are on these nature walks, and I always hate it because I don't want to be like excuse me. I just hope that someone sees me.
So describe this. How wide is the trail?
Not wide. It's
Okay.
honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
you could go
It's a
two
single
people.
track.
5 feet.
You could go two people walking, but when you're running and then you got kids, they don't tend to stay.
Yeah.
So you're risking a sprained ankle because you're having to step off the trail.
Yeah. Dangerous.
Possibly.
In amongst the ferns and
We've seen that
rips.
before.
Yeah.
So I was telling him that this mom was sitting here and she saw me and she goes, "Oh, kids, runner coming!" And they got
Gross.
fucking
Seriously.
excited as shit. Like the kids started clapping and shit and going like, "Oh, runner! Yeah, good
They
job,
clapped you
dude.
through?
Good job."
They clapped you through?
Yes, they were clapping.
Did it give you a little energy? Like,
Hell, of course it did. It'd be like a marathon.
Yeah, it was a high. It certainly got a high.
Did you
out
high
of it.
five him as you went by?
I should have. Now that I look back on it, I should have given some high fives out.
I can't believe
for
you
all of them.
didn't.
What are you thinking?
Dude, now that I think about it, I should have. But they were legitimately excited that a person was running, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Hell!" Everybody was saying "hell yeah," but they were like,
Go, runner, go.
go, woo!" There was
So did that dun
woos.
dun 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 dun
get
dun
that.
dun that come to your head?
It came to maybe it came to my
Adrenaline
head,
rush.
but it was I was like, and then I remember thinking damn, dude, I gotta wait till at least these kids can't see me before I slow down a bit or something. I don't want to fucking
Picked up the pace. Didn't want to let him down.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's second graders. That's an age where they just haven't experienced a lot. So some asswipe jogging down a trail can be very, very
Yeah.
exciting to a second group of second graders. How many did you say there were?
I don't know,
20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish. It's
You-
always it happens once in a while when I go on that trail, and I'm always kind of oh god.
You mentioned speeding up when you're by them. Do you typically speed up when there's another runner
Yes.
near you? Totally.
Yes,
You
it's
have
so
to.
dumb.
Yeah.
What
you
is
see
that,
him-
just
you see
like-
him like a couple hundred yards down. You're like, all right.
Time to pick
check,
it up a
check
bit.
my stride a little bit
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Don't want to look like a pussy.
Even
Palms
when
out,
I'm
palms
even
up.
when I'm in the neighborhood, this is so bad. But even if there's cars coming,
Yeah, you
I
want to
try
show
to
your
pick
best
it up
self.
a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't try it. I always think
What
who
is that? Is
gives-
that just like a natural competitiveness that we
Absolutely.
have?
Absolutely.
Or we want to present the best we can? Because I mean, honestly, if you're jogging and there's a bunch of people up ahead and you're just like,
Yeah.
you're kind of hands on knees
not
as
a
you're
good
limping
look.
along, it's like, dude, you just look like a dick.
Well, you are constantly judging each other, right? E? I'm judging others.
I am,
definitely.
and it's so
Starts with their outfit.
It was so dumb when I think back to it when I think to it now, because it's the reality is you just don't fucking know how long they've even been running that day. They
Yeah.
could be doing a long run if you're at a Kensington or something.
I know.
And then you're like, well, I beat
Nice.
that guy.
Yeah.
And it's
Blew
dude, what
by
if he-
him. Yeah,
Pass
he's
that
on,
bitch.
What if
he's on mile
doing-
26.
Right, he's doing fucking 19 to 20, and I'm on 3
No,
or
you
something.
you
and-
can usually tell those guys if they're carrying water, though. You
No,
know, or
I
how they're
know.
dressed and how their stride is. But
You
it's-
are right.
It's the ones that are coming toward me where I
Yeah.
feel like, ooh, I better.
What are you looking for when you're judging someone? Is it outfit and then the
I
way
mean,
they run?
There's so many weird
stride you know
strides,
what,
dude.
dude? Oh, sorry,
Well,
go
my
ahead.
my thing is I would be the guy that I'm gonna get into running and then I would go buy the best gear ever.
Yeah,
and so
that's kinda toolish, honestly.
Can you tell
Yeah.
that that's me? It's I've got the headband on and
Oh, yeah.
and the sweet shirt.
All matching Nike gear.
Yeah,
and
all
that
Nike
stuff.
gear, and I'm out there
Yeah,
just
that's-
dying after half
Kinda
mile.
lame.
Yeah,
The guys
Yeah.
you can tell just do it. They just have mash
Right.
of shit,
Yeah.
and their shoes usually tip you off.
yeah.
It
Mine,
bumps
mine
me.
were brand new.
It does bum
Brand
me
new.
out now because I'm not even close to what I used to be as far as running shape. Because there was a time if I went to Kensington, I just basically, not that I was the fastest person out there, but at Kensington you just wouldn't have that kind of people, and I wouldn't get past basically ever.
Well,
and now it's sometimes I'm I see somebody coming, I'm like, oh my god, this guy's gonna pass me.
Well,
oh, what
as
an
we learned a
asshole.
while ago, you're a pro period runner.
I know. Well, at one point I
at one
was.
point you were,
not
yeah.
anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think you always get to wear that title.
Yeah, I guess
I mean,
a
a pro
pro
athlete is a
football
pro
player
athlete,
doesn't
you
just.
know?
Yeah, you're right. A pro football player, when he's retired after 20 years, doesn't just go oh yeah, I wasn't a pro football player.
Yeah, you're a pro period athlete.
Insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverages: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900. Get a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900.
Did you see they canceled tomorrow's naming of Michael Jackson
I did.
Street?
Yeah, because his
Downtown.
brothers were pissed that they were involved.
They thought it was going to be the Jackson 5. The Jackson 5 are playing some music festival this weekend, some free concert. And yeah, so this turned into a dust up because they thought it was going to be the Jackson 5 Street or something.
Yeah,
And-
it's some technicality. I guess the city or the group that organized this was they're not allowed to
Use
name a street
groups
after a
or-
group. It has to be an individual.
Yeah, which seems weird,
does seem
doesn't
weird.
it? Like, why couldn't you name it the Jackson 5 Street?
There
It's
was-
just dumb, but
There wasn't any questioning about
What's
maybe
the
some of
policy
the
behind that.
sexual situation naming the street after this, or
No, they're ready to go with it, and
Wow.
and his brothers shut it down.
yeah, that's
shocked. I
Do the
don't know.
Jackson 5 deserve a street? I suppose they do.
Yeah,
If you wanted, you know,
Does it
I mean,
matter?
but then you pick Michael. That's got to be stinging. Those brothers just got, you know what
one
I mean?
final sting.
Oh yeah, it's
stung them for decades.
well, we can only pick one name, so you know, and
Tito,
Tito Street,
Jermaine,
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. They're all got their fingers crossed.
Who else do we got? Marlon.
Marlon, Jermaine, Tito. Jermaine is great because he's got Your Majesty as a kid.
That's right.
Remember, it's like Your Majesty and something else.
This is where if I were E, I would be binging
Yeah.
names.
Nah,
of
he's
Jackson
just
5,
listening
but
to a
it's
show.
like, huh, what
There's
is
a
he even
good
talking about?
show. I like this show.
you know what? That one was bad. I'll
Yeah, that
admit.
was pretty bad.
I'll admit that one.
If we can't name
We
all
got
five.
Michael, Randy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Randy
Randall
was the
always
old
gets
one,
fucked.
right?
Yeah.
Jermaine, Tito, Jackie. Jackie played.
Yeah.
Dude, Jackie looks just like Jermaine. Holy shit.
Really?
Marlon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully they get that worked out. You know, sounds like it was going to be a fun event, but yeah, sad to see that happen. Comcast big offer yesterday, $65 billion to buy up Fox's entertainment businesses.
Oh, great.
I know, setting up trying to become the next mega media company. They're in a battle with Disney. Disney, I think, bid like $52 billion a couple months ago, and then Comcast is like, yeah, well, how about $65 billion in cash? Cash,
Huh.
dude. It comes just days after a federal judge cleared AT&T's takeover of Time Warner and rejected the government's argument that it would hurt competition in the cable and satellite TV industry and jack up costs to consumers for streaming shows and movies. Yeah,
This will be great. There's nothing like the idea of just making the already media that's so, how many companies into less companies?
Yeah. Yeah, Comcast's cash bid is 19% higher than the Disney one. So they say the battle for 21st Century Fox comes as traditional entertainment companies. They don't know what to do. They're getting murdered, when like people are doing streaming and stuff. So you got to find a way to compete. And Fox has a huge catalog, that of stuff, of movies and TV shows and all kinds of stuff. So yeah,
I don't really have any context of what these mergers mean or what they involve. I don't know. It's just such a big, vast
I
agreement.
know.
I can't understand what's before and what will be after and how that will affect me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tend to think probably not really, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Some of the things, though, like Marvel would get back the characters previously licensed to Fox. So that would reunite X-Men and the Avengers for people that care about stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know about theme parks and like getting access to, like Disney getting Lucasfilm and, now we're going to get all the movies, it's just a never-ending thing. But I don't know, man. It would not affect like Fox News, though, and Fox News or Fox Business. Those would stay with the Murdoch family for some reason, but I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm very uneducated, just like you, with some of this stuff. So it's like, yeah, why don't you tell me how it's going to affect me?
Yeah, I just don't
down
really have
the
a frame
line.
of reference. Well, what AT&T and Time Warner, okay, I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah.
You have to really dig into it to understand it, and I frankly have not done so.
Yeah. I think part of the fear is like, oh, now this company owns all these
Oh,
channels.
sure,
and
I
they
understand the fear.
Right, that's the
Yeah,
biggest
yeah,
thing to
but-
me. Other than that,
and
you're right. I
Hulu,
don't know.
Like now they would amass Hulu, and it's like, oh, do they just jack up the price of Hulu and those
Understood.
concerns, but I don't know. Did you see this West Point drummer hit with an axe
Did, man.
during a Fox and Friends segment? I think that was a couple years ago, and I don't know that it aired on TV. But Jeff Prospery claims he suffered pain, disfigurement, and loss of bodily function.
Well, the reason it's in the news today is because he's sued. He sued
Right.
the anchor, this Pete, whatever his name is.
Hegseth?
Yeah, I don't know. And
Yeah.
then Fox as well. Because he's standing in the background.
Dude.
How do you put 3 drummers?
Directly behind a wood target. It's for it's like that axe throwing where you're trying to stick the axe into the wood. and he just sails it over the fucking top of this thing and right into this drummer.
Right into his arm.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell. Is it a blunt force collision, or is it actually the axe part cutting
It's
it,
not
you
the
know?
blade cutting it,
Okay.
but it like blunt hit his arm, and then he claims it like bounced down his arm and maybe nicked him a little bit.
Okay.
And then fell on the ground. I don't know what that's worth. I don't know what the value
Well, I
of
mean,
that is, but
depends on what the doctors say were the injuries. But I could see that ending up in a broken arm, right? I mean, and
yeah,
that'd be easy to say if he broke his arm, but
it could have been way worse.
Oh, yeah.
dude. That thing could have stuck in.
because
Anyway.
it's like a full size axe. This isn't just one of these little hatchets.
No, yeah, it's a huge axe. They were doing a Flag Day segment in New York in 2015. Happy Flag Day, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Do you remember what year we took on the flag officially? E?
It's this day in history.
1877. This is something like that.
What? When?
I think 1777, something like that.
Very good.
It's this day in history.
I
So
almost
this
did
may
it.
be what's
I
coming.
almost did it.
I predicted it was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is tailor made.
I was thinking that too.
You know,
Mr. Patriot over there.
It's
Yeah.
also the day the Pistons won their championship in 1990. They're back to back against the Blazers.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice, E. You did not do that.
I
for
didn't
your-
do that
your
either.
History Day either.
No.
But you did do something.
I did something.
Okay. He accuses co-host Pete Hegseth of acting negligently when he threw the axe, which sailed over the target and onto the sidewalk and hit him in the arm. You want to watch the
Yeah, this
video
is
here?
one of these deals. Fox and Friends and
Ugh.
Today's Show, they all do this shit, and that's why E took advantage of this when E went out to
Yeah.
scream Bill Clinton is a rapist.
Fox News is way better than
they
if
do
you-
this patio
right.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
the
it's
barbecue.
Yeah, and they've
set
got
up
it-
relay races.
got it cordoned off so the public can't get too near, but they are right
But
there.
you don't need to go through the line like you do with the Today Show.
Uh-huh.
Really, the Fox
You
News
can walk up
anytime,
to,
right?
yeah.
You could anytime they're doing a segment. Really, I
Yeah, so
suppose.
this is the goofy, dumb thing they did this Flag Day, and
Yeah.
thought it'd be zany and fun.
Okay, this video shows at first it shows the throw, then it shows the hit. So
Okay.
With the axe. Who's going to win this battle? Of the
Oh, how do you have people behind there?
I don't know.
It's probably a 6-foot backdrop.
Oh, that could have ended so much worse.
Yeah, it does look like just blunt, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's a throw, dude.
It's like you hit an arm, not a head.
I
not-
know.
You know, not the blade sticking into a head. It's
Oh my God, that's just
morons.
totally.
Why and why? You
Why?
got the space. Why are they behind there?
None of this makes any sense. It's just ridiculous.
I have a question though. Like being serious, like I understand why Fox News could get sued for this because of their negligence. But the anchor, does he really? I mean, he's just kind of there doing his job. I'm just saying,
Dude, he's
though.
an individual. He's like
I know, but
you
he's
know,
work.
You can see what's going on, right? I mean, your little personal responsibility here. He's this. You know,
I know,
before,
but
hey,
it's just-
before
they
I
just-
throw
they
this,
set it
hey,
up,
you guys
you're-
want to move out of the way?
But you had a producer, and
I
he's
wonder
just
if
in
he
your
could
ear,
see
and he's
him.
just telling you, okay, just throw. Okay, time to go. You know how these things are. They got people in their earphones, and they're just like, okay, 8:13, let's go.
I have no problem putting a bit of the onus on my man
I
to
do,
go.
I
You know
think.
what?
I guess I
There's
do.
people behind there, and I've never done this.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
might want to move out of the way.
Get out of the way. You would, dude. If you were throwing knives or something or shooting a gun, you'd be like,
Oh, my
is there
God.
anyone down there? I mean, we're not. I mean, I think that would just naturally be your thought. Make sure, everyone get out of the way. So Prospery, the guy suing, claims Fox and Friends execs had told him to stand behind the target despite knowing of the potential danger. Yeah, they were trying to put you in harm's way, sir. And they failed,
Right,
failed to properly train Pete to throw the axe. He said that he claims the network acted with reckless disregard for the safety of others. He suffered severe and
And I mean
serious,
severe.
yeah, personal injuries to his mind and body, causing pain, disability, disfigurement, loss of body function.
Imagine the nightmares that must occur thereafter.
Terrifying night terrors. He was forced to take time off from work and other activities because of the injuries. May be forced to miss more time in the future too. Come on, Jeff.
What are we looking for here, Jeff?
Yeah, just put a number on
75
it.
do
Let's
it?
go. Yeah, 75 grand, good enough.
Wouldn't that be funny for real if you could just get away from all this, have to word it just right to say what it is, and just be like, look, we know what happened. What do you want? And then
That's
just go
how
back and forth from
That's
there.
how it happens.
I know,
between
but it's like they have to
lawyers.
write this.
Negotiations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to write this.
The Fox
thing.
News lawyer calls that guy's lawyer and goes, "What are you looking for, man?
Yeah, dude. How much is it going to take to make you go away? Tired of reading about
Send
this
me
in the
over his
paper.
medicals. Take a look. What's he really got?
I really wonder what that's worth. If it's like 75 grand.
Depends on the level of injury.
He's one of the lead drummers from the Hellcats. Hell yeah, which is part of the U.S. Army's West Point band.
Again, man, these military bands, what a great
Great
position.
gig. Great
God.
gig. Yeah. Speaking about Pete Hegseth, my leadership told me they were told there would be no axe throwing. I think the anchor person went rogue and decided to throw it. He'd only thrown it once before in practice for an upcoming segment, and then they told him to throw it with more force. When shooting or throwing, always know what is behind your target. Basic safety rule. Feeling blessed on Father's Day with my 5 children alive and with all my limbs. Yeah.
Who wrote that? The dad?
The guy that got hit.
Oh, the guy got hit.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, by the way, coming up this weekend.
Oh,
Jay.
well, thank you.
You're the only one in the room, I think.
Yeah,
That
that we
applies
know of.
to. So what are your plans, by the way? You guys got a big bash celebration?
Yeah, sure.
And what are we expecting this year? World's best? World's greatest?
We'll see. We'll have to see how that,
Yeah, 'cause
that all
I-
falls out.
I know
You got
Jay
fucked
doesn't.
last year, didn't you? Like,
I got like
Last
no.
year.
I mean,
Dad
I received,
rocks.
No, a listener sent me this. I guess the greatest dad who ever lived.
yeah.
I did. I got Dad
debatable.
Rocks. You're right. E.
That's
Dad,
right
right here.
Ooh,
Dad
I just remember
rocks.
how
They didn't have number one,
disappointed you were.
apparently.
It does draw a little bit of. It's a little gray.
Yeah.
You know, I know you don't really care, Jay.
Dad
You're fine
rocks.
with whatever, but like, the Father's Day so just overlooked. Like Mother's Day, it's like, oh my God, you gotta fucking do something.
No
I think a
one
lot of
cares about
dudes. I
dads.
think a
So
lot of
do
dudes
that-
just are happy to be left alone. Like, let
Yeah.
me go golf or something.
Right? Is that, do you think that's good enough to just, if you're a guy, to say like, look, I should be able to go golfing today or
Yeah,
something? Or
I personally don't care at all.
Yeah.
So.
I don't
just
think my
wondered.
dad ever did either. And I think you're right. It was more just like, yeah, you know, if I could be just left the fuck alone for a few hours, that would be amazing.
It's
Go
just
take an extra long shit without somebody knocking on the door.
Yeah, it's my day. Leave me alone. Get out of here.
But it's just like, and I know this is so cliche, but there is just such a difference. Like, I know, like, my mom, like, my guy, like, even the week leading up to it, it's like,
I think it
oh,
depends on the person because I know women who aren't real high maintenance either about
Oh, yeah.
that. So.
yeah. I can't imagine Gab is
Just
real high
depend-
maintenance.
It's the same with birthdays, right? These people, oh my God, it's my birthday month. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
month of me.
Yeah.
And then others
Parties,
just bury it and don't even want to talk about
That's
it.
how I am.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah, I haven't had a birthday ever. I was beamed here.
Yeah,
Marcus,
you said
know?
that. I asked you when you were born, and you said I was beamed here.
Nobody knows
So-
when my birthday is.
Yeah, I think I do. I know what month it is. That's about it. That's as close as I can come. Did you see that 8-year-old girl drummer? Did you happen to see that story?
No.
Entered a contest into the 2018 Hit Like a Girl drum contest, and she covered Bonham's part on Good Times, Bad Times. Look at this poops go. And dude, this is some pretty damn good drumming for an 8-year-old kid. She's been playing since she was 2.
Look at that poop.
Look at that poops go.
Sweet.
Look at that poops go. Dude, there is some tricky pedal work here.
You can barely reach it. Look at her.
I know.
Just her little toes just touching it.
Do you feel like your kids are underachieving a bit right now? I mean, dude, they're just falling a little short, aren't they?
That's awesome. That's Sweet Pie's age.
I
man.
know, dude. Look at that Phil. She's dampening the sound. Look at that footwork, dude. There's some really tricky footwork at the end. Maybe fast forward a little bit, E. We don't have to watch all of it. Yeah, somewhere in there. Because there's some, Bonham does some great fucking footwork. She looks actually happy, too.
Oh, yeah. She's digging it.
further or this good or.
Oh, that's all right. Look at that Poops go. Go get it, Poops.
And her outfit.
I know.
It's so,
Little
so
adorable.
little girl, you know?
Dude,
Yeah.
you know how hard to do that shit is?
Especially when just your big toe is touching the
I
pedal.
know. She playing some D-Dub 9000s right there. 5000s.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
She could upgrade to a 9000, but
Definitely, I
ready.
can tell.
So she won the contest? She the
she
winner?
came in second.
Oh, my God.
Go get it, Poops. Oh,
Awesome.
Look at that Poops go.
Look how happy she
Poops.
is.
My happy Poops.
She loves it. She's a cute.
Oh, she's adorable. Her name is Yoyoka Soma. And so that earned her a spot in the competition's final round. She didn't take home the gold, but I don't know who did. But
Wow.
someone
Somebody
beat
really,
that.
really
Yeah.
good.
But I don't know if there's an age group or anything. If it's just like hit like a girl and it's like some 25-year-old came in there
Oh,
and
okay.
smashed it.
Well, I want to see her at 25.
Dude, she's gonna be amazing. She's already good. She gets through the song and she's been playing since the age of 2. At 4, she started performing in concerts. She's been on over 100 stages. She's a member of her family band. I think you know them, the Yoyoka band. I was a fan of their early work. I haven't followed them, I'll be honest with you, in quite a few years.
What was your favorite song?
You wouldn't know it.
Well, that's all right. The
she-
listeners, I like to find new music.
Chopsticks.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
She also plays keyboards and vocals, and she writes her own lyrics. I don't know how strong those are. Can an 8-year-old write strong
Oh,
lyrics?
man, I can't imagine.
Yeah. You know, not a lot of...
Kind of need some life experience,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
Be like Play-Doh and unicorns.
She's studying English because she knows it's just a matter of time before I'm turn the world. So I need to learn English. They want to be an artist who can do anything, play all instruments, record music, mix the sound, design CD album jackets. CD album
Oh,
jackets.
no. Didn't she hear my report yesterday?
She
Nobody's
should.
buying CDs.
Oh, come on, CD album jackets. Whoa.
Better hope vinyl sticks in there as the niche
Yeah.
that it is currently.
Yeah. Her goal is to be the greatest drummer in the world.
She's on her way.
She's well on her way, Jay. Well on her way.
Hey, per Walter's request, Gabara and the team at Zotford have graciously freshened up this read to no longer mention his medical misfortune. So to celebrate summer, Zotford is continuing their zero-due sign and drive event while supplies last. Lease a new 18 Ford Fusion as low as $133 a month with zero cash due at signing. If SUVs are more your flavor, lease a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $155 a month, also zero cash due. Surf their healthy deals and massive inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Have you seen the latest Domino's Pizza promotion?
Domino's Pizza. No, I haven't. Are they going back to avoid the Noid?
Oh, I remember Avoid the
It
Noise.
was so randomly weird,
Yeah.
wasn't it? But we all remember it, so I guess it was effective.
It worked,
The
but that
Noid.
was a different day. We had like Spuds McKenzie as
Yeah.
the beer guy.
Yeah, these little cartoon-like
Yeah.
spokespeople.
Then you had the Bud Wise
Right.
frogs. Like so that. I mean, that was before. That was after the Noid. But God, yeah, we all do remember the Noid. They were selling dolls and shit.
Avoid the Noid.
Avoid the Noid. I don't even remember what that meant.
That's
What
my
was
thing,
the
too.
Noid
I
we were
don't know. He
avoiding?
was just this character. I think he had, like, big ears or something.
Yeah,
Like big rabbit ears.
kind of like Jar Jar Binks almost.
It was Binks-like.
Ears. Yeah, it was very Binks-like.
Misa love the Noid.
I know here he is. I guess I've heard of it, but I never. I don't know when it stopped. When they stopped doing that, but I don't.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
He remembers the Noid. What the
Sure.
fuck does it even mean?
I don't know. See if you can Bing what avoid the Noid and see if there might even be a Wikipedia page for that stupid thing. But I'd love to know what that. There had to be something.
Yeah, the Noid is the guy who makes your pizza all droopy and saggy
Yeah.
because it's delivered late or some shit.
Doesn't add enough toppings.
Yeah.
Anyway, Domino's announced Monday that they were starting a Paving for Pizza promotion, which lets customers nominate their towns for pothole repairs, okay? So you just go to pavingforpizza.com, enter your zip code. If your town's picked, you'll get notified your city will get extra funding to fix the potholes. So you won't see they've got a Domino's actually Domino's truck out there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
You know, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll have this Domino's truck on your street filling potholes, but your town will get some much-needed resources and funding. The company's already worked in Bartonville, Texas, Milford, Delaware, Athens, Georgia, and Burbank, California to get theirs solved.
That seems very random as a PR stunt.
I know. So their project in
'Cause what is the tie-in between our pizza and holes?
we want to make sure that our pizza arrives to your house
Oh,
and no one hits a
gotcha.
pothole, which interrupts the delivery of your delicious
Domino's pizza.
Domino's pizza. So in Burbank, they had 5 crew members out there. It took 8 hours to fix 5 potholes that directly affected Domino's customers. You know,
All right, is this where we learn about the Noid?
It looks like it has to do with a 30-minute pizza promise like.
Did we look this up like 3 years ago? I feel like
I don't.
we did.
Maybe.
No, honestly,
Like he's got this pizza crusher and everything. I remember that.
I really don't think so.
but what does that mean? Avoid the noid.
But it says
Noid.
it says here the noid was a physical
manifestation of all the challenges inherent in getting a pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less.
So they were trying to avoid the noid. Like it was just like I guess if like a guy was
It
like
just
delivering
happened
your pizza.
to rhyme with avoid. That's why it's named Noid.
Wow.
It looks like.
There was a Saturday morning cartoon series called The Noids that was planned
Wow.
by CBS that would have featured the Noid, but it was scrapped amid complaints that it was merely an advertising ploy.
So it's just
So
like
yeah,
if you're
I'm
on your
with
way
Jay.
to
I
get a
just want to know
delivery.
what is the fucking definition of? Oh yeah, the Noid is.
It's just if you're going to delivery, it'd be like I guess it's like oh there's construction. That'd be annoyed to getting your pizza in 30 minutes. So you'd be trying to avoid that, I guess.
Well,
You
okay.
remember it?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was
Sorta
sticky.
worked, yeah. God, dude, hilarious story today. Also, a pair of these New York food bloggers
Yeah.
who were announcing their engagement on Instagram, and they've been trolled by people
Yes, they have.
because of the size of the ring this guy put on her finger, and it really is the tiniest ring like ever made.
Could these be sausage-like fingers, though? Could it be the
They're-
size of the finger?
Yeah.
That's-
I should have you pull that up. It's Jen.
You're right, dude. It's basically a pearl with a paper clip.
Yeah, they said it's a tiny pearl.
Band.
Tiny pearl. It's just a band with a tiny pearl. Jen Phanomrat. That's a
That's
hell of a
pretty.
name.
It's
Yeah.
pretty.
I hope he's got a better last
Yeah.
name. You know, shared the happy news to Leo Samanamud.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of.
What if she
spot here.
hyphenates? What if she hyphenates?
Oh boy, Phanomrat hyphen salmonan and mud. Boy, oh boy,
It's
that
tricky.
stinks.
Or are they Samoan or something?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at it.
it's we. I
Tiny
see it there.
pearl.
Dude, I love the idea of engagement rings though going out of the norm. of
Yeah,
this,
I agree.
Single
Hell yes.
diamond and all that shit.
So she posts this thing like 9 years later. I said yes to my best friend, but people like most people are like congratulations, and then other people were just noticed the ring and. What did he go in and like ask for show me the smallest ring ever made? I understand simplicity, but this is beyond my understanding.
People
Why would
suck.
anyone buy
Beyond
that?
my understanding. Go, fuck yourself. What if what if they both are like, you know what, man? We could spend 30,000 or 10,000 on a ring, or we could go on a vacation,
Yeah.
or whatever their
What's more
reasoning
memorable?
is.
What's more meaningful to us? It's a personal decision, isn't it? E?
For you, so for someone to have their beyond my comprehension, why that would be so small.
And I'm not going to call her fingers sausage-like now that I see them.
That's fair,
but
though.
Yeah, I mean
is-
they've got dimples in places that
Aren't supposed to be
typical hands don't.
there. Jen commented, "Where's the ring?"
Nice.
And then-
That's nice.
I think this one's fair though. When you're seeing all these comments, and so some guys like, "So are we all just gonna pretend like that ring isn't microscopically small?"
No, there's trolls. Plenty of trolls.
Yeah,
coming
it's
after
kind
you,
of funny
apparently.
though. So we're all just gonna sit here and pretend that isn't microscopically small. Okay,
It's unique,
fine.
dude. I've never seen anything like that. That's tiny.
And it looks like he got the wrong size for her fingers too. You know, like it
she's
doesn't
packing it
fit.
in there, yeah.
You don't want
Yeah,
a
I
ring
will
that's
say-
like halfway down. Like it doesn't go all the way to the bottom
Yeah,
base of her
looks
finger.
like her ring finger. The tip of it is gonna end up bulbous and red.
I
because
think-
of all the blood that's
Oh,
being
yes.
trapped.
That is that is a legitimate critique of it. I mean, not that you need to let them know about it, but that's a legitimate like, oh, dude, that doesn't even look comfortable.
Right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, E. That does not look comfortable.
Yeah, I know. Rings are so stupid.
It is.
Anyways,
It's dumb,
So
man.
dumb.
It's just
not a real thing. It was just made by the fucking manufacturers. I know that seems like a guy thing
No,
to say.
the more I
like,
hear that, it's like, yeah, what are we doing, man? Get a ring that you both think is cool and
Yeah.
comfortable and
No.
practical. That's the thing. A lot of these chicks, they want the biggest fucking rock they can get, and it's dangerous walking around with that.
Hell yeah.
You can't take it on vacation and stuff like that because it's just flat out dangerous to have.
well, the whole idea too that we've decided that 3 months of your salary goes to this. You know,
it's
this thing like,
crazy.
and people
It was
have
an
just
ad
bought into
campaign,
this.
man.
It was was it De Beers
I think so,
Uh,
but
that bought
We
up all
looked
the
into this
diamonds?
Sounds
before.
right.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it's maybe the De Beers family, whatever. But you
It's
know,
a
like
goddamn PR stunt. It
like a
was-
lot of that stuff, it sticks though. It's like Valentine's Day or
Yeah.
you know, a lot of these things where the Hallmark industry just wants to celebrate this.
And we're just sheep, and we're
blows
trying to
up.
one up each other, and all of
Yep.
a sudden we're in the game. And man, I just love the idea of just having rubber rings.
Yeah, I do too. I think more and more people are having that attitude. You know, it feels like anyways.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think it has anything to do with love. If I was with somebody, I'd be like, dude, what would you really rather have? You really need this ring, or do you want to go freaking put a down payment on our house?
No, like Jay
instead,
said,
or...
as to Jay's point, we're just sheep. It's like, oh yeah, this is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Got to post it on Instagram.
3 months salary. Okay, great. You'll save 20 grand and hook her up with a sweet ring. If you know your man could have done better, then it's disappointing. 9 years, and that's what my man gives me. No.
Well, then you suck.
Yeah,
you know?
you're not marriage material. Sorry, honey boo. I mean, 9 years and he didn't get your ring size? No one needs a diamond. No one needs an expensive ring. But damn, 9 years. Could have asked your ring size.
That's
maybe maybe spent more than $100. Jesus.
That's fair to me.
Yeah.
Because it does look, like I said, painful, and Jay agreed.
Although Jen, the woman getting married, I'm not going to do her name again.
No, what if she hyphenated? What would it be?
It would be Jen Phanomrat
Hyphen.
Saman and Mud.
Beautiful. It's just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It really, really is. She's shocked by the negative comments on there. And that's the part where I'm like, really? Are you really shocked, Jen? You posted that. You've seen what women post as far as their engagement rings go.
That's kind of surprising to say you'd be shocked.
Yeah,
I would
say
I'm disappointed. That might be.
But I would
come out and say, hey, who are you guys to say? We decided this was right for us. But yeah, shocked that people are commenting on that. Give me a
I was
break.
shocked by that.
You know the internet, don't you?
Yeah,
Don't you know the internet?
You've been
by
on
now?
the internet before. You guys are YouTube
A lot of
bloggers
positive on the internet.
You should be very, very familiar with the internet and how that works.
Hey man,
People are very respectful.
speaking of social media, we really ought to press Diamond and Silk for a retweet, because I realized last night that President Trump follows 46 people.
Yeah.
Without Diamond and Silk, he follows 45.
Yeah.
He follows Diamond and Silk.
Yes.
We could get our fucking tweet on the president's feed.
Wow. Dude, how do we get in touch with them?
I'll email the person again.
Can I get a retweet?
Yeah, hook a brother up with a retweet.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what we're asking for. That's hilarious.
I know.
Dude, people love them.
Yeah, they're
I cannot
pretty fucking
believe
funny.
how many people have said, like, dude, Diamond and Silk were the shit. Like, really? Really? I had no idea.
I
Maybe
they'd
it was
be
just
fun,
maybe it
but-
was just that they were fun and just whatever.
I think maybe a lot of our listeners hadn't heard of them or something, so it was.
I don't know what it was.
If you had
but-
heard of them, you had heard all that before, kind
Yeah,
of that
yeah,
shtick.
yeah,
Like you
yeah.
hadn't heard us interact, obviously, with them,
Right.
but you've seen that, you know,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
seen that shtick where Diamond goes crazy and then Silk, that's right,
That's right.
that's right.
Preach. Take them to church.
Go down the the talking points of the rights and
I mean, it is, dude.
just
It's bullet points.
shamelessly
I mean,
protect President Trump no matter what he does.
it doesn't mean it's wrong or anything, but it's like this is not an original. We've heard a lot of these before, and even on our show, a lot of those have been said. But anyway, yeah, get on that.
I will.
Let's email them and get a retweet because you're right. If we end up on Trump's timeline, that'd be hilarious.
You know what's also interesting about them?
I just found out this new podcast. The Detroit
guys are
Cast.
amazing.
Yeah.
The best.
the best.
You're gonna listen to any show, you might as well listen to the best ever done.
No, I'm looking for an email I got too from our guy Craig at DRKM, who they're a listener business, so you know them from that. But he does some social media marketing for us, and he was gonna boost that interview.
Oh,
and he said I attempted to boost an ad promoting your Diamond Silk interview. It was deemed to be political content, so I'm having to provide proof that I live in the U.S. And he's having to jump through all these hoops,
No way.
God.
providing literally like his part of his soch.
Dude, to
his
prove what? He's
driver's
not a
license.
Russian
Yeah,
troll or
that he's not a
something?
bot.
Wow.
It's just crazy the hoops you have to jump through.
That is not a terrible thing in a way. I know it kind of sounds like it sucks, but dude, we found out a lot about how all those stories during the election, there was a lot of just bot bullshit from other countries trying to stir up shit
Yeah.
amongst us. So I know it sucks, but that's not
Yeah, no,
terrible.
I thought it was interesting though that there's that step now on Facebook. But yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of Craig's a great guy. Call Craig at DRKM Marketing. You can find his contact under Help the Show.
Total pro.
Listener business tab.
And been a fan of this show for many, many years.
Yeah,
right
he's
from,
great.
Right from the start. Like him a lot. Did you see this fucking 12-year-old Canadian basketball player?
Yes.
7 feet tall.
And they're playing on an 8-foot rim, dude.
Yeah, why are they playing on an 8-foot? I guess because the other kids are 3 feet shorter than him.
Why isn't he in a different league? Is this
Yeah.
really productive for anyone?
No, it's not. Look at this. Oliver Rioux. How do you pronounce that?
I would say Rio.
Rioux. It's a French name.
Rio, whatever.
But yeah, dude, this video is hilarious because this is the dream. Like the dream of like we've had like dude, can you imagine going back to the diamond and playing baseball like Little League now?
Right.
Or football, being a running back? This kid's living that dream right now. Oliver is. So he's just destroys the competition. They've got a little highlight video.
Is he the typical, though, beanpole basketball player, though, or is he athletic? That's the question.
I think he's sort of athletic.
Is he?
He does not look 12 in any way, though.
Dude, he's like 2.5 feet taller than the rest of them, at least. Ha! Look at him.
What happened? He
He's
killed
bringing the
volume.
ball up the
I
court.
didn't do anything, dude. This is.
Well, volume,
Here
please.
he comes, man. He's running the point, pulls up, goes and gets the rebound, and just simply reaches up and puts it in.
I'll take that.
Yeah, he looks like one of these, like he's not going to be super athletic, just beanpole type Chuck Nevitt.
Yeah,
Sorts.
maybe. Nice try trying to guard him.
Ha! I mean, what do you do? Look at the kid just grabbing him around the waist.
Hilarious.
And that's a decent sized kid, right? On the other team?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Yeah, actually, that one was pretty. Yeah, he's taller than all the other ones. If that dude isn't in there, he's the tallest.
He's just
look at him, and then he's staring him down. Like, come on, dude.
yeah.
Stare him down.
Yeah.
I like that. You're right.
That'd be like me packing sweet pies crap and then staring her down and talking shit.
Oh my God!
Yeah, take that, son. Dude, this is just
What an
absurd.
asshole!
It'll be interesting to see if he keeps growing or if he's done and like what happens to him.
Yeah.
You know?
He just looks too long for.
Are there
it just doesn't look
advertisements
athletic
at
to
this
me.
game? By the way, like
Look at his footwork. It's just, I don't know, man.
He's
I-
12.
I see Chuck Nevitt all over.
Do
him.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is 12. Though. That's like, I mean, I don't know. Should he be? He should be in
I mean,
another
he
league.
doesn't look terribly unathletic to me, though.
You're right. He's
I mean,
somewhere in
he's-
between.
Yeah.
Ah.
What are his teammates like? Why you wouldn't even want to be on his team though? So what? You win these games, but you're just like, oh, pass it to
I know.
whatever.
Nobody's going to get a shot off.
Smashing
This is
that.
hilarious.
That's just, come on, everybody, let's agree. Just get him into the higher league.
Yeah, let's go.
It's
Yeah, let's
absurd.
move him up to a high school level. or
For
something.
his
See what he can
benefit,
do.
too. This doesn't do him any good.
No.
Jay, dude, it was more than just that slam. He, on several of these plays, looks like he's kind of got a big head about what he's doing.
Yeah, he thinks he's the shit.
Like, he's like, yeah, I'm dominating. Look at this.
Is he trying to hang on the rim a little bit there? On an 8-foot rim? Dude, that's just obnoxious. Anyway, you can see the video out there, but it's pretty funny to
Yeah, it's an
watch.
8-foot rim. His wingspan has to be like 8'6", you know? So
Yeah.
he's just literally putting it down.
Yeah. Want to watch another video?
Sure.
Dude, this bear. I mean, anytime there's a bear video, we're just going to watch it.
He's just cute. I love the hips. It's all in the hips.
I know. So you got little Ian, 5 years old. He goes to the zoo with his dad. His dad, Patrick Parker. And so they're visiting the bear exhibit. And Ian starts jumping in front of the glass. Yeah, look at me. And the bear jumps out of the water and is like, oh,
Starts mimicking.
we're jumping now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I guess for like 10 minutes they did this.
Are we
How
sure this
cool.
isn't a guy in a bear suit?
No, absolutely not sure of that. I'll be so disappointed if it turns out that,
Yeah,
you know.
that's just a kid in a bear suit out there. Wanted to jump on the other side of us.
Look at that, poops.
Look at his
Careful,
hips.
poops.
Just watch his hips. Ah!
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Don't roll an ankle, poops. Be careful. You're on
Just wanna
unstable
play.
ground.
Look at him go, man.
Ah, look at that face.
That's pretty neat.
Dude, how cool would that be to be able to watch that video as you know,
Yeah.
as years go on? It's like, remember when I was jumping with the bear?
Ha!
Look at his wee hips. Oh, that's just awesome, dude. I love bears so much, so much. You see the teen get her head stuck in a tailpipe? Country music festival.
You know-
of course, it's at a country music festival.
Dude.
I wouldn't say
course.
that, dude. Any festival, I would say country music is actually the least likely to me.
Really?
Yeah, because they're just usually drunk and not doing like drugs and shit. I've seen videos
Dude,
of
if
EDM.
you asked me, kid stuck, got his head stuck in a tailpipe, what type
think-
of music was it?
I think
I'd
the
go
important
country.
the important aspect is it's chick got her head stuck.
Yeah.
Chick got her head stuck in a tailpipe. I would guess country music.
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
Just chugging beers, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah. Woo!
Woo!
Red, white, blue.
Big truck.
These
big
colors
tailpipe.
don't run.
Dude, I've seen girls make out with trees at electric music festivals because
Happy
they're on
Forest.
freaking acid or
Happy Forest, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
coming
it's
up,
coming
isn't
out.
it?
How's the turtle family doing?
Good.
You're gonna see some, right?
Some of them. I'm gonna see some of them.
Great. When does that happen?
A few weeks from now.
Did you guys consider that a family reunion?
I guess they are. We're on a group message and we're talking about it. Although, man, I gotta be honest. I'm about to.
I don't want to read those group texts.
I don't want to slam them or anything, but I freaking love being with these people. I love that I've had this connection. I love going to festivals with them.
Yeah, but you go out of the context of the festival, and it's kind of weird, isn't it?
No, not that. But dude, some of them, I'm like, man, do they have jobs? Because I will like be on the group text, and sometimes I'll
He's worried about them.
I'll miss a little bit, and it's like, dude, there's 100 messages, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing in the day that you can keep up with these messages? I can't do it, and I freaking don't have a
Barely
wife
have a
or
job.
kids.
He's disappointed in his family members. They're not doing enough.
I just don't know.
He's
He's sort of the
enough.
patriarch, right? You're the
Yeah.
elder statesman.
Yeah,
there's a guy. There's
he's
another
the
dude
father
that's-
image for a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
really
There's
is.
this other dude that's as old as me, and he
So
might even
give
be
us
better.
a brief makeup of the family now. At this point, you've got
I
a
mean-
couple patriarchs. You've got how
I
many
don't
chicks are involved? How many just
There's-
young dudes?
I guess it's equal. Although the problem is a lot.
How many people overall? 10?
Ish,
50?
I guess 10.
Any hot chicks?
Is incest
Yes
a
and
possibility
no.
in the turtle
Yeah.
family?
Yes and
Yes,
no.
of course
you
it
can't.
already is. People have already hooked up. I mean,
Oh boy.
Not you though, right?
no, not me.
You
but-
can't. When asked any hot chicks, so you can't say yes and no.
Okay,
Okay,
he could be
sure,
talking about the
yeah.
titties, hot titties, but
I mean, there's
pretty gross otherwise.
a few.
There's a few you would,
Yeah.
even though they're considered family members. How old are they? What is the age range?
I mean, actually, I don't think any.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. Is one of them not 21? One of them's not 21. Because when we were at Orlando, we had to go to these bars. We had to go to different bars because we couldn't go to
I
bars
remember
that were
that,
21
yeah.
or up or whatever. I think he's.
Because of Sheila or whatever.
I
Fuck
think.
her.
Well, it's some dude, but I think he's almost 21. I don't remember exactly, but he's not going to be at the forest anyway. And the forest is different because you're not. You're just camping. So
Yeah.
camping festivals are different because it doesn't really matter. You can just drink in the campground.
Whole different vibe, man.
Exactly. Camping festivals are the best. Unquestionable.
So, what kind of music thing do you think this would happen?
That's
at?
what I
If
said.
It's not country. Do you think EDM is more likely?
I think electric music festivals do just because
You
of
have
the
to
drug
remember
use.
too, like where a big fucking tailpipe would be too.
Yeah,
not just a
country
chick willing
music.
to put her head in
Okay.
a tailpipe,
Or
or
a-
a big fucking tailpipe.
Yeah.
But that would, why
I would
would
think
that be-
rap concert.
Sure,
Maybe.
some tricked out.
Yeah.
whatever.
Hell yeah.
Why wouldn't that a tailpipe be at a festival? They'd be at any music festival if it was at a festival. There's big trucks and trailer trucks, for whatever, food trucks and shit.
I wouldn't think at an EDM fest you'd have big.
Did you hear the
trucks.
reasoning? Why wouldn't you? What would be the difference? Because she's in a parking lot and there's
Yeah.
big trucks in the. Okay, I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Um,
Well, the only reason, like I said, was because of the drug use. There tends not to be. And I've been to Fast Horses the last 2 years, and I
Yeah.
see a lot of drunks. I don't really see a lot of people doing ecstasy and
Right.
acid and stuff. And you see that stuff at these festivals where people. I've seen people. Man, I went out to Imagine last year at one point, and
where you met the
in a-
turtles.
right, exactly. And there was a dude in a fight with cops, but like he did not know. And it's not. You can tell there's a difference between being drunk and obviously on something, dude. This dude was absolutely just yelling at like things that weren't there.
Yeah.
They were trying to control him, and he's having a fight with somebody that we cannot see. Is what's happening. Like,
And why don't you have video of this?
that's a good point. I don't don't know why I didn't film
Probably
some of
lost
that.
his fucking phone.
You know what? I think I had my phone, but I might have been leaving it at the campground because of those reasons. So that could have been why. But
Well, this is a 19-year-old girl of all. Yeah, I mean, you see a guy doing it, like, bet you can't fit your head in that tailpipe, but I can. 19-year-old Caitlin Strom, she's sitting on the ground at the Windstock Music Festival with her head inside this oversized diesel exhaust pipe.
Yeah, it appears to be a normal size head. Everybody, it's not
Yeah.
like she's Beaker from the Muppets.
Right. Alcohol, of course, was involved. and
sounds like it.
She got ticketed for underage drinking because she's, again, 19. We were all just having fun. I saw this big exhaust pipe. I was like, hey, man, my head could probably fit in that. So I tried it. It did fit, but it didn't want to come back out. She was trapped there for about 45 minutes.
Oh God, can you, dude?
In a fucking exhaust tailpipe.
I'm not typically claustrophobic, but that would freak my ass
Oh,
out.
that would freak me out big time.
Just your head.
Yeah, she was like, I just tried to stay calm until the fire department got there, and they had to like saw her out of it. But luckily for,
she's hot too.
oh, it looks like it's just the top of her head is stuck, so it looks like her mouth and
really?
eyes are out, maybe, or at least her nose and mouth.
I don't see that.
See
Well,
the
how do you-
ear? See the ear and her
Oh,
hair?
okay. Oh, wow. She only got the crown of her head in there?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then that got stuck. Look at the camera crew right here, just like filming it.
Is that a camera crew, or are they about
Oh,
to
is
saw
that
it
the
off?
saw? That might be the saw.
Dude.
Yeah,
that
it
would
is.
be
You're right.
Scary as fuck, man.
Oh. Yeah, you don't want to have one of those long, extended foreheads. You know
Right.
what I mean? And have them misjudge, take the top of your head off. So yeah, the pickup, luckily for her, belonged to a guy named Tom Wold, who owns a custom truck building company, and so he didn't ask her to cover the damage.
It's like, whatever. It was
Yeah.
fun. Good time.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for anything like that because he was absolutely wonderful. God, people, we
God,
are
what is
so
it with tailpipes?
stupid.
Last time I saw a tailpipe, somebody was banging a tailpipe, right? Last time I saw a story about it.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that guy in Indonesia or some
Did he
shit?
get stuck? He got stuck in one, right? Isn't that?
I can't remember.
Story?
I
It
can't
was
remember.
definitely it was happening though. That's
Banging
for
a
sure.
tailpipe, man.
Yeah, dude, you would
I'm not
think you could.
falling for no banana on the tailpipe.
Yeah, you would think like digging a hole in the dirt would be more
Seriously,
gratifying
yes.
than fucking a metal tailpipe.
Ugh.
I mean, talk about something that's, yeah, never human behavior. You know, but
It's neither moist nor soft nor
no,
inviting.
and it's gonna give no flexibility, and it's not gonna be tight. You
Just
wouldn't
a
think it's
hole.
yeah, I'm just looking for a hole to just rub this thing. We've seen people though fuck pools,
Could
pool
you even
pumps.
stroke your penis to completion in a tailpipe, though?
We talked about this
hitting
when it
it on the
happened. We were
edge,
talking
like-
about how
Maybe
thick
if you
he would
filled it
have
with
to
mashed
be.
potatoes, maybe then you could.
Then you're just jamming it all toward the center
Yeah,
of the
you'd
car,
have to
you
have
know?
a spot that it blocks. Yeah, mashed potatoes isn't good, but there's got to be a fruit that if you lined it with, maybe.
Well,
you'd
then
get
why not
some
just do the fruit?
watermelon?
I mean,
Would watermelon be better?
Then why do you need
Wasn't
the
that a
tailpipe?
big thing a couple years ago where some chick was on YouTube showing chicks how to give a what was she using? Oranges? How to give like an orange hand job or something?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like a citrus thing. You know, I'm going to give you a citrus job. And she was on there explaining how she'd cut the hole and then she'd work it up and down. It was-
Really?
Yeah, it was a thing.
Oh man, that doesn't sound
I feel
very
like we
inviting.
talked about that. But
I
Boy,
don't
sex
remember
just
that.
dominates our lives, doesn't it? It's just humans. We just like we're
the urge is strong.
dude. We are constantly. There's another story here, like these sex robots that are being produced, and people spending tens of thousands of dollars on this thing that just shows up and sits there on your couch, just like
Yeah. Mouth agape.
mouth agape, and asshole agape, butthole agape, you know, vagina agape. The House of Representatives, U.S., has approved a bill that would ban child sex dolls and robots because they normalize sex between
Yeah.
adults and minors.
Can see that.
It now moves to the Senate. If it's approved there, they'd be offered up to the president for signing. Who's going to oppose that, though? Like, who's going to stand and be like, no, I think child sex dolls should still be
We
able
have a
to be
right,
sold
goddammit.
here.
This is America.
I mean, how do you stand up for that? You know, I would think this
that's
gets
a
right
tough one
through.
politically to stand up against.
Yeah.
It. I think it's a loser.
Yeah, and you know, next time you're running for election, I mean, believe me, that will be part
Your
of the other
opponent.
guy's campaign. You know what I mean? These dolls can be programmed to simulate rape. So what the thing screams at you, stop and stuff.
What the hell, man?
The bill is known as the Creeper Act, is taking aim at these child sex dolls that are imported mainly from, where do you think they're imported from?
Thailand?
China, Hong Kong, and Japan. Creeper, because we've got, everything's got to be an acronym, is an acronym for Curbing Realistic Exploitative Electronic Pedophilic Robots Act.
Is this a Ted Cruz initiative?
It's not Ted Cruz, but it's
I sponsored the Creeper Act, you may recall.
it is a Republican, though. What's his name? I hadn't heard of him before, so I guess it doesn't matter. So they're like Dan Donovan, Republican from New York, says the pedobots are a gateway to actual pedophilia. Once an abuser tries practicing on a doll, it's a small step towards a move on a child. These realistic mannequins come in different ages, genders, appearances, and textures with customizable oral, vaginal, and anal openings.
My God.
Yeah. The company produces one child robot marketed as the pedobot. Now there is an argument like, well, this will stop them going after actual kids, so this is a good thing. They can you know, you're not going to reprogram a pedophile's brain. They're attracted to what they're attracted to, but this is a way for them to have an outlet. But I don't know,
Prefer a
dude.
bullet in the head.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think that's a better.
Is this what you were talking about, Jay, or no?
Yeah, that's her. Grapefruit, is it? Or
I guess. I don't
grapefruit
even,
technique, yeah.
I don't even. I'm just starting this kind
People
of midway.
remember this. This kind of went around
You're
social
going to
media.
take the knife midway down and make sure it goes all the way through.
Sex
All you
is
want
so
to do is
important
make
to us.
a nice hole. in the
What can we
middle
do to
of the
spice it up, honey? Oh, stay with me. I got an idea.
It's like just stroke it to
Now, if you take
completion.
it
Why are
and
we
make it
why are we
too
dealing with the
big, that's
grapefruit
okay.
right now?
Yeah.
That's a lot of cleanup.
It sure is.
vagina.
And you're killing it.
And if you make it too tight, all you have to do is take your finger and push the flesh back.
Right.
It's
Well, how about
just
you just
what
use your
So
butt?
basically,
Now,
she's
when you
telling us
break
that
with your
hole
man,
is roughly
you
the
have
size
to
of
be
her
mindful.
vag.
Yeah.
Ew.
There's no ands, ifs, buts about it. Why? If you came to the bedroom with a grapefruit, what is your man gonna say?
He's gonna say, "Get out of here, weirdo."
Gonna burn and all that other
Yeah.
thing. So you don't want.
No, I'm gonna
any
be
of
like,
that.
I don't
So
want to
this is
wash.
why-
It's not
Say,
worth,
baby, you know what?
You know
sure,
what?
the excitement for 15 seconds and shit like that. Just no.
Let's just
I
stay
don't
with the
wanna wash all
Vegeta.
this.
It doesn't ever get old, and it's a lot of fun
Then
still.
in the
So.
bed, you have the grapefruit already prepared under the bed. He smelled the citrus in
Mike,
the
that's
air.
not adventurous.
He thinks you have on some Victoria's
Be
Secret
sexually
outfit.
adventurous.
I'm just not that adventurous. I don't want some chick jacking me off with a fucking grapefruit. Sorry. Call me a prude.
I'm on record as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, here we go.
I don't pick.
Just shut-
Oh shit! Good lord!
Where did that come from?
Wait a minute.
Once he's nice and erect, what you're gonna do is you
Yeah.
take the grapefruit from your mouth.
Why did she need to
twist
do
up
that?
and down,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
shaft,
she
suck
did.
the head at the same time.
Because she knows everybody was about to press close.
Dude, are you kidding me?
That's the technique, gentlemen.
I have never seen that video in my life. We should probably stop sharing it too. Yeah. So the opponents say sex bots could promote the idea that humans too are just sex objects available for objectification. Yeah, probably, but I don't know. There's people that claim there's health benefits too. It's the diseases that you can avoid and stuff like that. One of the people said the majority of customers will probably make purchases for sexual gratification and not for health reasons. You think the majority? Would you say vast majority are trying to use these sex bots for sexual gratification instead of health benefits? Because I don't know. Maybe it's 5150, 5149. I don't know, but yeah, it's a bold statement. It is important for healthcare professionals to know the evidence in case there are medical risks and benefits, for example, with infections and psychosexual therapy. So if they're trying to get over something, we need to know about that. So we need to do more research is basically what they're saying.
Speaking of just shitty, dumb politicians, that Levi Tilleman, the pepper spray guy,
Yes.
that shit's really hitting like nationally. Like everybody's talking about that video.
Really?
It's all over now.
Dude, it's-
that guy. And
He
I
just-
haven't seen anybody, present it in kind of like, hey, this guy's got a reasonable argument here.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, look at this shit, man.
Yeah. Weirdo. Dude, I mean, the guy empties a can of pepper spray into his eyes. It's absurd.
Put himself on the map.
Yeah, he sure did, Levi. Let's take a quick time out. We got to get to E's history.
Yes.
I mean, I'm excited to learn. You want to get your learn on?
It's not Flag Day. I was kind of hopeful it was. but-
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Flag Day as well. E, you fooled us. Nice work.
Apologize.
So we'll do that when we come back.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Oh, getting ready for the weekend. You guys doing anything exciting this weekend? I mean, Father's
Soccer
Day,
tryout
obviously.
weekend, man.
Yeah, is that a big one?
Oh yeah,
This is the big
it's
one.
a lot of work.
Yeah. You have been putting in. I can see you on the side, putting in a lot of work with that stuff. It's got to be rewarding on some level, fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's crazy though. Parents are, parents who are putting their kids into high-level travel sports at the
Sure.
age of 5 and 6 years old. They got to be a little different sometimes. and
Yeah. I imagine some of them are difficult to deal with. Maybe
Sometimes.
safe to say.
Safe to say.
Safe to say, a little combative at times. Maybe they think their kid's sweeter than he is, or
That could be. Yeah, that happens.
that does happen. Really, it's remarkable. I wouldn't think that was a problem.
But I was out at my duties yesterday with soccer, and I ran into a couple of listeners, Darlene and Tomas.
Oh, nice.
So shout out to them. They've
Yeah.
been listening since the beginning, man.
Oh, great. Well, that's awesome. Is their kid good?
Yes, she is good.
She is. You have to say that, don't you? Now that I've called you out, like if their kid sucked, you could
Good
be
is
like,
relative.
dude. Yeah, their kid blows.
No, honestly,
offense.
I don't know that team real well, so
Yeah.
I can't say
Do you-
for sure.
Are you like, oh, this kid showed up out of nowhere? He's fucking sweet.
That happens from time to time.
Yeah, that's got to be a good feeling. Bring that dude into your league, onto your team. Isis, are you ready? I'm ready to get my learn on.
Sure.
You know, now that the school season's wrapping up, it's our, we don't get our summers off. So
It's this day in history with Big E. What do we have, Isis?
Well, it was on this day in 1919 that the first non-stop air crossing of the Atlantic took place. Now, don't roll your eyes at me. This is an important situation. This is a big deal.
So how many hours do you have to do that soccer thing over the weekend, Jay? Is that like dominant? I mean, does that just eat up like your whole weekend?
This is
Yeah,
exciting.
it does.
I mean, it is like an 8-hour day, 12-hour day. What are we talking?
This is exciting stuff, man. Now, the thing is, like, a lot of people assume that it was just Charles Lindbergh that did this, and it was not true. He was the first solo
Lindbergh.
person to travel the Atlantic. But these two guys, Alcock and Brown, were the first to do it. And they were a team, but they were the first to do it.
Now, why don't we ever hear of Alcock and Brown?
Yeah, it seems
Here's
like
the
we should.
thing. The reason you don't hear about them as much, and if you're looking on the YouTube, there's a little picture of their plane.
Not bad.
The reason you don't hear about them as much is they just didn't have a very good publicity team behind them.
Yeah, that'll kill you.
And Lindbergh had a huge publicity team behind him.
Yeah.
In fact, Lindbergh was like the 26th person to do it, but he
Can
was
we
the
agree that it was Lindbergh?
Lindbergh, sorry.
Okay.
But I guess he was the first person to do it to
Dolinos.
major cities, New York to Paris. That's the only, like, these guys just went from nowhere to nowhere, and actually the shortest possible distance
really?
that anyone could have
smart
done
guys.
to do it.
Hell yeah.
First to do it, they want to make sure it could
It's
be
not
done.
a bad looking plane.
And then if you look, there's some of these other ones are here, but if you look, this one right
Newfoundland.
here,
Is there a
they
worse
went
name
from,
for a country than Newfoundland.
Right.
they went from here to here, so they had literally the shortest possible route. But the Daily Mail had been doing a big deal back in those days of like giving out a bunch. They really thought that aviation technology was a good idea, so they had a bunch of different awards that they would give away based on like air races and different air feats with in that world.
I'm more impressed that Daily Mail was around back then, where they like
They've been around since
posting
before.
videos of fights in McDonald's.
I don't know what was in their mail back then. I think they've been around since like 1896. It said, but they had they were giving an award of 10,000 British pounds to whoever could do this particular one
wanna ask
first.
a question? You want me to?
1.1 million.
Ah, well, look at He's
Yeah, he's
learning.
That's not
Look at
bad,
this.
man. $1 million bucks. Yeah. Okay.
But so they just thought it was they really just legitimately, and I'm for sure it gave them press that they were doing things like this, but they thought it was legitimately just important.
Let me ask you this
for aviation,
before we move forward: is there a land bridge between Newfoundland and mainland
I don't know.
Canada?
I
Because
don't
if
know.
not, if you're just jumping off an island, why don't you jump off Iceland and say you did it?
Yeah, it's a good question.
That I am not sure of. I'll say this, by the way. I do actually have, I think, video, basically, of the takeoff.
From
or,
1919
I believe so, here.
or from the 40th anniversary.
This
in
is from the
1959?
40th anniversary celebration, but they're showing
Look at that poops go. Oh, boy, that looks unstable.
the plane almost didn't even make it over
There it
the...
is, crashed.
Well, that's how it landed. The plane almost didn't
Look at
even...
that, Jay.
didn't
All right,
even-
the portion of Newfoundland, the easternmost portion from which they took off, it doesn't appear to be land bridge to mainland. So
Really? So they just went off an island?
I'm hopping over to Iceland,
Yeah.
and I'm claiming my 1.1 million
Yeah.
with half the trip. What are
I
they
wonder why
thinking?
they
man?
wouldn't have done that.
Well, there was a bunch of other people that were trying to do this at the time, and several people
Look at their
failed.
landing, Jay.
Oh,
Yeah, that is. It wasn't a great landing.
landing gear problem. I mean,
Well,
they brought her down nice
basically
and
they were
slow,
having
but
some. They
on
had
its nose.
just tipped over at the end.
They'd had
Yeah.
some issues the whole time, like from the second they took off, about minutes after, or maybe an hour after they took off, their navigation basically goes to shit. So they have to start kind of just doing
What,
it.
they weren't getting a good signal from the satellite GPS or something?
No, they weren't. And so when they were having trouble issues, actually at one point they tailspin and like cut down like 4,000 feet or something,
My
and apparently
God.
pull it just like.
A harrowing experience.
And so
Who's at the steering wheel? Is this Alcock or Brown?
what was it? Which one was the driver?
Steering wheel.
I'm trying to remember.
Looks like he locked up the brakes a little prematurely here at the
Might
end.
look
John
They were
Alcock.
pilot.
John
Pilot and
Alcock was the
co-pilot, maybe,
pilot,
yeah.
and then the
Yeah,
Brown
well,
was
maybe
the
we should have let
navigator.
Brown take a turn, take a spin.
Are they like one in front, one behind?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, and they're
biplane
outside. Yeah,
situation?
it's a biplane
Sweet.
situation.
Awesome.
And
Did
they,
one of them wing walk during this? at
No,
all?
they did not,
That
but
would've
they
been
went
cool.
through-
Would have tried.
You know?
That'd be sweet.
That
went
would have been
through-
like sort of staring down your competition. Like,
Yeah, a little
bring
bit,
it
but
on,
still,
bitches.
to have that video of you, dude, that'd be awesome.
they went through fog and apparently snow. Even though this was in June, I guess if they were just northern enough that they still went through like to the point where they were worried that the snow would like freeze
Sure.
the wings and
how,
whatnot.
how long did it take them?
About 16 hours, a little more than 16 hours. They had 72 hours to do it based on the rules. I don't know why. Although the rules were set in 1913, and then by 1914, no one had done it yet, and then the war happened, so they they stopped the
Stopped doing it.
competition until 1918, I believe, or something. So they maybe back in 1913, they thought 72 hours was needed. They did it in like just over 16 hours, something like that. Although actually,
How many of the other people crashed trying to do it? Do you
several
know?
other people
Yeah.
had issues. Actually, there was one right before them that crashed pretty close pretty close to its destination, I guess. And then there was this team that everyone thought, I guess, was gonna do it. They were really good, but the driver was like a perfectionist, and he would not leave until the conditions were perfect. And then Alcock and Brown were like, "We gotta go," and they fucking took off, and they
Dude,
did
that-
it.
That's shocking. 16 hours is not a lot of time. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
More impressive than landing, that's for sure.
Tell you, Lindbergh though, he went about 33% farther. If you just look
I
at
know,
the map,
I know.
you know?
They're, you know what though? They found a loophole. Is what they did. They went the shortest possible distance, and they got that money, not the fame, but the money, I guess. I will say, what's his name? Alcock, the pilot. The other one made it longer, but the other one didn't even make it past the end of the year before he died due to a plane crash.
Oh,
boy.
He had a plane crash situation in a
Maybe
coma
Brown-
that he never
maybe
came
it
out
was
of.
smart to have Alcock at the steering wheel. Sounds like Brown had some issues.
Trying to see if there's anything really more. I don't know if there's not much more impressive. It was just a big deal. They were
So
heroes.
didn't
They were
build the
considered
plane
heroes,
then, right? They just were piling it.
It was a It was a plane that was that had been used in the World War, but they did change modifications to it. Like they took out like the gunning system or whatever it was to add more fuel and stuff.
Sure.
So they did modifications to.
doesn't that shit just look like it's crepe paper
It sure does.
over a little bit of wood?
Cardboard and
Wow, man.
sticks. Yeah.
I mean, that's it right there.
Like that was like true daredevil shit. if you
totally.
Think about it.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive, man, is what it is.
And yeah, so I guess that's kind of it.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah.
I learned
They-
something. I had
they
no
average-
fucking clue that
I-
these guys existed.
His first sentence, I was out. I'll be honest with you, I was done. But yeah, he brought us back in. Not bad.
I will say I forgot about this. This might be interesting to me, but it's not. But they had a roughly about 118-mile average during the trip.
A what?
118 miles an hour was about their average of flight speed during the trip.
Pretty impressive
No, it's not bad. Yeah.
for that thing.
Yeah.
A visual learner looking
Yeah.
at their biplane there.
Sure. Thank you, Isis. Is there a stranger disease or mental illness out there than anorexia?
Oh, I know.
You
Isn't
know what I
that
mean?
crazy?
Like bulimia and anorexia. Like how
The fact that they can look in the mirror and
Yeah.
see something different.
and still think they're fat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm looking at this girl here. She survived anorexia. She was 70 pounds at one point. Amanda Kristiansen. She's from Sweden, and she was just 11 years old when she starts struggling with anorexia. and she's doing one of those things, she's like hiding food so her family thinks she's eating.
Isn't it all about control? Isn't that what's at the base of anorexia? Like
Is
you
it?
feel like your life's out of control, so this is the one thing you can do.
Really? I
And
don't
then you
know.
spin fucking into this weird psychological thing where you're looking in the mirror and not seeing yourself as a skeleton. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Like, how do you visualize? You know.
Woo.
But people do it. There's beautiful girls out there that just, I'm fat. And you're like, shut up. God, stop it. She was eventually not eating anything but water
And bubble gum.
chewing gum. And boy, oh boy, now she's 154 pounds. Slow down. You don't need to push this too far.
Put on the brakes.
Yeah, all right. We're good on the
Wait,
brakes.
what was
All right,
she?
let's-
What was-
Sort of
what
like
did
a train, you know? You can't stop. It's going down the tracks. You got to apply those brakes.
You know, she was 70 pounds. Now we're at 154. Let's
Yeah,
pull it back to 140.
120,
And,
130.
she's into weightlifting now and stuff like
no.
that. But boy, the titties
Yeah, the
are
difference is-
remarkable in their ability to
brought
bounce
him back. She brought him back from the edge of hell.
Yeah.
My God.
I mean, those ones on the left, those titties on the left, I just don't know what you're getting there. You know, I mean, a nub with a skeleton, that is so creepy,
I know,
dude.
I know.
That is so creepy. And then those luscious titties. Wow. Good for her. So she was saying that she was really depressed and incredibly lonely. I felt there was something that was wrong with me. So I got the idea I should start losing weight and change myself. So she starts training every day and then bans candy. And so then it's just like, well, I'll just drink carbonated water and bubble gum.
Oof.
And that's what we did for
That's what
the
you end up
longest
with.
time. Yeah. When I was at my worst, I was afraid to let my little brother touch me if he had eaten and not washed his hands. I thought that if he touched me and had a little food left on his hand, it could go through my skin and make me gain weight.
Oh, the obsession, the level of
Okay.
obsession.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah. Ugh, man.
Hamlin Pubs, inviting you to their 5 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pubs' great food, their drinks, and their atmosphere. Whether you're watching the game with your buddies, out for a meal with the family, or even out for an evening with your girl, it's always a great time at their Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, and 2 Shelby Township locations. I imagine they have the FIFA World Cup on this weekend.
Oh, I guarantee they do.
Head on out to Hamlin Pubs and watch some soccer. It's a beautiful game.
Today is Flag Day. It's also Albinism Awareness Day. And so albinos around the world are marking International Albinism Awareness Day today. Composed of people with a hereditary genetic condition which causes a total absence of pigmentation in the skin, hair, and eyes.
Yes, it
It
does.
sure does.
And in some countries, the
Makes you magical.
yeah.
Very sought after.
It's
Your
had its
bones in particular.
I wonder, we never talked about this. Well, we talked about this, but I just thought about it now in that setting. Like, if that was true, and you're in those countries where they're hunting these people down, if you're one of them,
Going
what if you-
albino hunting.
What if you went to them though? What if you, as an albino, you went to them and said, "Look, I'll sell you one of my arms for immunity,
Hey.
or something like that, or I'll give
Seems
money."
like capitalism at work, right? Ian?
Yeah, I don't know that you can bargain for something like
Dude,
that. with
in,
them.
in
And
a country where you could possibly be hunted, I think all bets are off.
would
I
you
think
just
you
give them
can
like
pretty
your
much
pinky?
do whatever?
I mean, how much bone
Sure,
do they
you
need?
start with a pinky toe.
You know,
for
I
sure.
mean,
I'll
put
give
the
you my
offer
pinky
out there.
toe
Yeah,
and
yeah.
see what we can do.
Yeah,
well, at
I
least
mean,
maybe
but,
at least.
but that's one
settle
thing.
on a foot. I don't know.
But you'd have to do it to every guy out there hunting your bones. I mean, how many bones do you have?
Yeah, once
Well-
albino season opens, whew,
Yeah.
I guess my thought would be is maybe you
Imagine
think you're
that.
going to get hunted anyway. So if
you
you
can't leave your house. You got to just stay under your bed
guys driving home from up north with an albino strapped to their hood.
to the front bumper. I got three. I got 3 albinos. Don't they say that babies?
Only had 2 tags. What am I going to do with this third?
Don't they say that that the babies are the most like coveted ones, like children and babies?
Oh, it's sort of like veal, yeah.
Yeah, you want them young.
they're pure.
Yeah,
those
well, that's
muscles, I
true.
mean, if they're magical,
tender.
that's when they're going to be the most magical.
So they've had their own UN backed Day of Awareness since 2015 because they say in some countries they're kidnapped and body parts are hacked off.
Heard that.
For charms and magical potions that they believe brings wealth and good luck. We've disputed that for quite a few years.
We've been on
this
record.
show.
We've been speaking out
I like
against this.
your point the best. Like,
Jay had the
can't they
greatest point.
Oh, I thought it
of
was
all.
you.
Well, I probably had a great point too, but Jay's when he said, I'm not saying we not ought hunt them down and kill them. I'm just saying I don't think there's magical.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, properties in their bones.
I don't think we can be sure that they shouldn't be eliminated.
Right.
I can tell you for sure they're not magical.
Well,
Can you though? Can
yes,
you?
come on.
I mean, have you ever worked with anybody
man.
that's claimed to have taken those bones? I mean, see if they're like in a good position in life. I don't know.
That's the thing that you always made the point to me is when they do this stuff, when people do this and claim it's wealth, how come you cannot? Wouldn't you be able to flat out just look some dude down the street who has a mansion and goes, "Well, what do you owe that to?" Well, gotta tell you, 2 years ago I started putting albino bones around my house, and whew, I don't even know where the money came from.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they are. It's unbelievable.
how can they
the
be living in a
magical
shack and still be going like, "Yeah, they work"?
Yeah.
But you'd think there'd be one guy out there, it's just like, hey, Bill, what's going on? I thought you took those albino bones. You look like you're down on your luck. And he's like, yeah, they didn't do shit for me, man. There was no magic to them at all. I didn't get any luck. So the UN's Human Rights Council adopted a resolution in 2013 calling for an end to attacks against albinos.
They had to.
The UN.
I want to watch that. I want to watch that
incredible.
freaking whole that conference or that meeting that took place when they had to bring this to the floor
discussion on the
and
floor,
the people with their headphones that are translations and stuff. And
It's
they're
like Isis always says he's so struck by these backwoods fucking bullshit views when it's like I'm holding in my hand a fucking microprocessor that is way more powerful than what took us to the moon 50 years ago, you know? And at the same time that I'm doing this, beaming shit up to satellites and beaming it down and looking at porn, these fucking guys are hunting albinos.
Yeah, there is a...
What the hell?
There is a ghost at full speed right now running through some village, some poor village, and he's got a team hot on his trails. Hot.
Launching arrows at him.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Poor
man?
guy. Every time he leaves the house, he's got to check both ways. It's not when he gets to the road. It's literally when he opens his door. So this woman, Ikpanwosa, gorgeous, Ikpanwosa Arrow, she's employed as the organization's independent expert on the enjoyment of human rights of persons with albinism. Just a sweet name. Her latest report in 27 focused on witchcraft as the key root cause of prejudice and violence against those with albinism. The day is marked on Twitter. So if you guys want to jump in the game, get on Twitter, use the hashtag #NotGhosts.
Oh my God. This is for real, man.
Yeah,
It's like
unfortunately.
an Onion story or something.
Yeah, I know, those poor people. And I don't know if you saw that, but the pictures, of all these albinos in one room together, it's just...
With limbs missing and shit.
Well, those, but just like seeing a group of them, and it's like, holy, what a weird fucking disease. When you're... Oh, they can't go in the sun for like 1 minute, or they just light on fire, And
so in the hunter's defense, without sophisticated views, you can see why you sort of like default to, they're magical.
Yeah, I
Right?
don't know that I would, but I guess for some,
You know,
sure.
lack of education for generations in the region, and just
why
lack of
pick-
introduction to the real world technology and so forth. They look kind of magical.
So anything
In their defense.
anything a little bit rare or that I don't understand has magical potential, charms, good luck.
I mean, that's how it was a
I
few
would
hundred years
think,
ago.
I would
but-
think you would think more like, oh, don't get near it. I might catch whatever that is.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Instead of thinking like, oh, that's going to bring wealth and prosperity. I need its bones.
Well, half of it is probably the view, like, we need to eliminate that motherfucker.
yeah.
Get him off the planet.
God, those poor people. Missing limbs. Those pictures are so grim. So grim.
Please use our affiliate links, everybody. You'll see Amazon and Groupon links above the fold at DetroitCast.com. This is a really great way to help out the show. It's super easy. Everybody shops online and clearly uses Amazon like crazy. So use our link. That's the key. Just click through our link, and we will get credit for that shopping experience. Also, make sure that you're shopping MyPillow.com.
Yes. Goose down is
The
bullshit.
Dutch warmth actually saved my life because I passed out in the snow.
Out in the snow.
Shop MyPillow.com for all of your bedding-related needs. Use TDC code, the code TDC simply in the code box. Will get you the very best discount.
And hook us up as well. So please do that. And keep in mind, there's very little that Amazon doesn't have if you're using that. Very little. Amazon. Should we get to some email, Jay?
Mike, we should, but before we do that,
for the love of fuck.
I'd like to engage in the short reading of Post. Beaver Island Marine Museum. Bonjour! Greetings from Charlevoix.
That looks beautiful.
Thanks for getting us through long car rides. There's a great store in Charlevoix with lots of prana stuff. Goodbye, BUI, Jess and Jason. This is the Marine Museum on Beaver Island. It's an authentic net shed house which houses a selection of memorabilia from the days when St. James was a teeming fishing and lumbering port.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Look at that. Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Little maritime museum. Beaver Island. Do you think they just selected that because it's beaver, has the word beaver in it? And we go, beaver.
Probably not. They're probably more mature than that.
You
There's
think
probably
so?
a lot of beavers around the area. It's just known as
I
Beaver
bet it
Island.
caught their eye.
You think so? You think they were talking about pussy
guys
when they
will get a
named the
kick out of
island?
it. No, I'm saying the selection of the postcard.
I thought you meant the people that named it Beaver Island originally. Yeah, they had
The
pussy
trappers.
on the mind.
God, we trap a lot of beavers, but this is great. We'll name it Beaver Island after pussy.
Yeah, guys will get a good laugh out of that, a good chuckle. We're calling it Beaver Island. It stands. Of course, our listeners did that. Of course, they picked it for that reason.
Also, Linda chimes in from the French Quarter, located in the French Quarter. Hotel Monteleon.
Ooh,
Monteleon.
beautiful.
Dude, she's rolling out some bucks for that thing.
Hell
Stay
yeah.
there. My goodness.
Yep.
Located in the heart of the French Quarter on famous Royal Street, Hotel Monteleon
Not as famous as bourbon, but whatever.
remains the Grande Dame, featuring the award-winning Criollo restaurant, a rooftop heated pool and exercise facility, their full-service spa area, and the world-famous Carousel Bar and Lounge. They await you.
Wow. Did you say Criolla?
Criolla?
Is that a
Creole?
yeah, Creole?
Creole?
I don't know.
Greetings,
Oh,
podcast heroes.
Criollo restaurant. Yeah, you're probably right.
And she includes, and this is kind of smart because a lot of this shit gets smudged out if you try to send us posts. She
Yep.
sent us, she put it in an envelope with
nice.
a typewritten message.
It's the way to do it.
Very nice.
Pro.
Greetings, podcast heroes. With a fun fact from New Orleans, whilst celebrating my birthday with my bestie, we discovered a birthday tradition. A friend will pin $1 to your lapel, and over the course of the day, other people continue to add money, a sort of cash corsage.
Wow.
Dude. Others,
great idea.
Others may buy you a birthday drink or simply wish you a happy birthday. Throughout the day, total strangers come up with giant smiles and birthday wishes as my cash corsage continued to grow.
Sheep.
It was so awesome to partake in the local culture. At the end of the evening, I gave said cash corsage to a young lad named Bo who was experiencing hard times. We partied like rock stars, and a good time was had by all.
Look at that poops.
I
Hard on
assume
his
that's-
luck.
Assume that's Bo hard on his luck sitting
Yep.
there across from, I believe, the Hotel Monteleon.
Yeah, it's a good place to hang out.
Yeah. It was a good spot for him that night because Linda came by with a cash corsage, and that was very nice of you, Linda.
He's got some nice scabs on that leg. He's got a poops with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
poor
bet that
Poops.
caught her eye, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cute poop
Yeah, I
sitting
got a
there.
poops here. My poops is taking a nap, though. Don't mind him. He's just crashed on the sidewalk. Look at that poops out for the nap. You know what, dude? If you're that hard up on your luck, stop buying $7 packs of smokes.
Is that what he has?
Yeah. He's got
You
a
know,
pack of
you know.
Marlboros there.
Look, I think the problem is I get that. I totally get that, but I think the problem is probably, dude, it's just why they drink too. You're sitting there, dude. Your whole life is shit, and it's like these one little things get you through. I guess I agree,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
Maybe somebody gave him that. You know?
He's using that poops to raise funds too.
I think
Did
so,
you notice
too.
the
No
paw
question.
print on his
On his
letter,
sign?
on his
Oh.
sign that says "hard on my luck, give me
Oh,
money"?
okay.
He's got the paw print, so the dog is definitely helping
Sure.
with the fundraising efforts. Not a bad move.
Drawing him in.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's one from Natalie. Douglas! Hi, guys. Writing in to let you know that we had a great experience with Doug Steinert.
Well,
He sold our current home and helped us purchase a new one, all within a 5-week time period. We are in Howell, which is outside his typical service area, but it was no issue. He was low pressure, flexible, responsive, and fun to work with. I gladly recommend him to fellow listeners. Love the show. Keep up the good work. Natalie. It does sound like it would be written by Doug. That's a great
He cheats.
endorsement.
You know he
sure
cheats.
is.
He
Well,
what?
I know. I was
we know
going to
he
say
cheats.
we
Oh, that's a
recommend
son
him
of a bitch.
highly for buying
He's
or selling a
cutthroat.
home,
He's
but
cutthroat. Don't
curl with him.
Don't curl with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's vicious. I mean, we were robbed of our victory because of his cheating ways.
Find our best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him a best friend hug. Doug, Doug, oh, Doug, Doug. Yeah, that Doug. Called Doug Steinert. Natalie did, and she was happy with him. So
Yeah,
that's
he's
good to
great.
hear.
Good dude. Just don't
Absolutely.
curl with him.
Just don't curl with him.
Well, that's the thing. You want him
Or
on
be
your
on his
team. If
team.
he's on,
Yeah, be on his
see,
team.
you want him
That's
on
fine.
your team because
Yeah.
then he'll do whatever it takes.
It's a Draymond Green,
Yeah.
Vladi Konstantinov situation.
Right.
He's on your team, you love the guy.
Yeah. The Lambeer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Another example.
Tanya Harding.
NFL Bob writes in, Prude, Dude, and Lewd. Gas price grievance? What's next? Weather grievance?
Oof.
Not only did the gas price grievance extend well past the 30-second
Which was-
time allotment
is true.
before a judgment should have been rendered, it was lame and stolen from Father Time. Old man pussy and bitch is my finding.
Bitch.
Hold on.
I like that bitch finding.
The raise in gas prices was not my grievance. How many times did I have to say that? It's the bullshit reasons given during this summertime raise that happens every year.
Yeah.
It's this notion that we have to talk about OPEC policy.
Yeah, but
a correction in
overall-
OPEC policy, or during the first quarter, is causing this to go up. It's bullshit. Just tell us it's summer. Demand is up. We're going to raise you a little bit. We're going to make a little more cheddar.
I know you're trying to spin it like that, but
That
but
was my grievance.
I know.
Go
I
back.
understand that, but it had an overall feel of like, he's worried about the gas
how
prices
many times,
going up.
How many
10
times
cents.
did I have to say? I stated it during
I know.
my time allotted grievance. I am not.
I don't know about your
complaining.
time allotted. I would agree
absolutely
with
did.
that.
I absolutely did. You can go back and listen, Isis, and I challenge you to do that. During the time allotted, I said I want to be clear.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my grievance relates to the raise in gas prices.
Well,
So,
you
hold
foresaw
on.
that people were going to call you a pussy for bitching
No,
about
I
a
wanted,
nickel
I wanted,
increase in
I
gas
wanted to
prices.
understand. I'm not grieving about that.
I know.
That's not the grievance that found me.
Yeah.
And that is why I stated it as I did. And now I feel like another grievance has found me.
What's that?
Listeners who half listen to you, and then they throw back a half listen to opinion that they think you have.
Bonafide. Bonafide.
Yeah.
And then they like cover you with this thing like,
Yeah.
you said this, and you're like, no, but I didn't though.
That wasn't my point. That's not what I said. No, it had the feel of he's trying to guard himself because he knows people are going to come after him. He's
Nope.
trying to guard it
It's a totally different issue.
by going, oh yeah, why did they lie to us about why the gas prices are raises? When really you're
Totally
pissed that
different
the gas
issue.
prices
Not
are
really.
raises.
I really am not,
There was
actually.
a feeling of that in the air. There was a
I
hint of that in the
disagree
air.
with that, but whatever.
Yeah, no one cares. But Bob felt it. I felt it. I wasn't going to call you
Bob
out on
half
it. I
listened.
believe
You
you.
half
I'm not going
listened.
to call you a liar. I'm not going to call you a liar. You've got a pretty good track record of being an honest fella.
Telling you, watch this lead up when we get around July 4th, and all of a sudden gas prices go up another 10 cents.
Oh, you're pissed about
They're
that.
going to be like, there was this pipe that burst down in Alabama,
Yeah.
and thus the supply up to Michigan is lower than it typically is.
I think it's more of a conspiracy of the news having to talk about something during the summer.
Yeah.
So they just need a story where they can be like, as you know, guys.
It's like the snow shoveling,
right.
the
They got their
tips that we
stock
get.
stories that they can just, think
the
about
water
the fact
skiing
that they
squirrel.
have to do that. They have to sit
Yeah,
there.
how soon until we get the crack an egg on the sidewalk guy?
Oh, my God.
You know, or crack an egg on the hood
I
of your
can't
car guy.
we believe we didn't get it during Memorial Day because it was actually hot as shit that weekend.
The sunscreen suggestions.
Oh,
and
for
so
sure.
Forth.
Make sure you put
Don't-
your
yeah.
sunscreen
Don't
on.
don't be out there for more than 20 minutes or so either. And old people, you got to make sure you hydrate.
Yes.
It's really important to hydrate and
Oh
keep
my
an eye on
God.
old fuckers.
And all day long. Yeah, if you've
You know.
got an elderly near you.
Yeah, if you know any old fuckers out there, keep an eye on them because they'll get trapped in a hot
Just let him on
box
the
and
yard
die.
with a leash. You gotta freaking let him in
Pay
once in a while.
attention to them.
Did I tell you
hydrate them?
that's how Sweet Pie refers to old people? She's like,
Old fuckers?
She's like, no.
That seems weird. It's highly inappropriate.
She'll be
too.
like, he's an elderly.
Yeah, he sure is an elderly.
He's
Yes.
an elderly.
Yes.
I love it. I
Yes.
fucking
Where did
love
she
it.
pick that up?
I don't know.
Dude, that's hilarious.
There's an elderly.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like it's some animal or something.
Yeah.
That's an elderly.
Look at
Yes,
there's
it
an
is.
elderly. at
You know that
McDonald's.
used to be a human being. There was a day when that was a human
There
being.
was a day when that guy used to get his dick sucked.
Behind a rock in a park, usually.
I was just watching a Twilight episode where the whole premise was based on the fact that once we get to the point where we're old and obsolete, they would just kill people.
Oh,
that,
yeah, yeah.
that was
Yeah.
like the society.
Sure.
That's what
I've
they
been
did.
calling for that for years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sort of the Nazism view.
Yeah, they're living too long either, just gobbling up resources. And costing
Especially
us a
this baby
fortune.
boomer generation. My
Oh,
God,
terrible,
get rid of them.
terrible.
I mean, they're just eating up medical, their insurance alone. It's
Changing
like, dude,
everything.
would you fucking drop already, sir? You're costing us a fortune.
JPC Fourth writes in, of course, he's our superhero connoisseur. Hey, Jay, I
No.
think it's pretty obvious that the raccoon who was climbing the building yesterday, he was bitten by a radioactive
Oh, my
spider.
God.
Oh, yeah.
These things happen, as you know.
Of course. Yes.
Nobody cares.
Look at that poops climbing the wall. Go, poops, go.
Mike writes in, I am the opposite concerning pocket change, he says.
Okay.
I love getting change. I always have cashiers break my bills, and when I use the vending machine at work, I always try to use a $5 bill so it gives me $4 back in quarters. Every day when I come home, I empty my pockets into my oversized plastic Corona bottle piggy bank. After a few weeks, I have like $100 in change that goes into my savings. Doing this has also led me to come upon rare and old coins that are worth more than face value. I check every single coin I receive. Now, that may seem
insane.
strange. Okay,
Yeah.
but
No, if
here's
you're,
what he's doing. He's being forced to save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he
You
said
know,
that,
maybe
got
if-
me different.
You know, he's perhaps saving coinage. After
He knows that you can put bills in savings
I
too.
know,
But you're
I
but a
know,
lot of
but
people
you
it's hard to
won't,
do
but
that. A
you
lot of
won't.
people it's hard
Yeah,
to do that.
But
if-
he can. I mean,
he's for it's not
he
all
can
that
cut
out
out
there.
all this
Honestly, Mike,
bullshit that he's doing.
I don't totally
there.
disagree with what Mike is doing here because it is
Yeah.
forcing him every day to take that out. Okay, I'm saving it. I'm not going to spend those $4 bills. That I
Yeah, it
had.
is actually kind of genius.
And then you go,
now that I
holy
think
shit!
about
Now
it.
I've got $100 that I couldn't have trusted myself with
Yeah.
before.
That's interesting because I've got like a giant plastic football upstairs piggy bank, and I would only put quarters in it.
Yeah.
And I ended up with like $600 or $800 in there.
Sweet.
When I took it to the bank, I was like, "Holy
It's the best feeling ever.
shit!"
Best feeling ever.
Yeah.
Jim writes in. Last week, hello, Podcast Heroes.
Hello, Jim.
Last week, a few friends and I went backpacking across Isle Royal.
nice.
And on the return trip, we stopped in Houghton for the night so we could experience
Excellent.
Detroit Cast Day in all its glory.
That was the 9th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric was invited to join us, but he respectfully declined. Did they call you?
Yeah, he actually did. He messaged me or emailed me. I forget. I would have done it. I
Should have
think.
just called him.
Yeah.
You know the
Jim.
problem is, honestly, I would have, but Houghton is such because of when we do our show and shit. Houghton is literally like 12 hours away, so you
Well,
can't
don't
just
go through Wisconsin. Save you a load of time.
it's like 9 or 10. I don't know what it is, but it's such
Go
a
through
fucking
Michigan to
right,
get to
right.
Michigan.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking long drive that like if you got up there Saturday night, I'd
Yeah,
have to
it's
leave
tough.
at like 5 in the morning.
You should have called K-Dog and see if for the anniversary if he would go and have him fly. He's a pilot now,
Yeah, you're right.
so have him fly you there.
Eric was invited to join us, but he respectfully declined. To our knowledge, there was no parade or even any mention of the holiday from the residents.
My God.
What?
We were
That's-
very, very disappointed in the outcome of events, and I must say, the good people of Houghton seemed very unappreciative. We were all very tired from our trip, but that didn't stop us from celebrating at the local establishments. Needless to say, maybe you should investigate getting a key to a city closer to home, more apt for Detroit
How
Cast Day
dare you.
celebration. How dare them?
Yeah, well, the key to the city of Houghton was offered to us. I don't think we asked them for a key.
The lack of
It'd be
internet
obnoxious.
on the trip put me behind quite a few episodes, but the show has been sounding good as of late.
Oh.
What does that even?
I don't know what that means.
I keep seeing that. As of
Don't let
late,
them get your goat. There's a lot of goat getting
Should
on.
they have to say at a date at least so we know what as of late means? Should it at least be like as of the last week so we can look back on the email stamp
Yeah,
and
that'd be helpful, wouldn't it?
so that we can
Further
for research,
definition
for our
of
own
this
research.
as of late that they keep throwing at me.
I think you mentioned it the first time. It was innocent, and you made a big stink about it, and now people, they consider it your goat, and they're
Get
trying to
my
get
goat.
it. Yeah, I think what's going on here is a lot of goat getting.
I'll let
A
people
lot
know
of
that
goat getting.
I bring the same effort today that I did on episode 1. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Fucking A.
Oh, Jesus.
Boys, enjoy your weekend. We will save the rest for
I just brought myself to
Monday.
tears. I just made myself
Laughing so hard. Happy Father's Day, Jay.
Oh, thanks.
Happy Father's Day to your father and my father and all the fathers out there. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And
Stay safe, everyone.
yeah, you're doing the 2-day celebration again, right? Big blowout.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
have fun with that. And yeah, everybody have a safe weekend. We'll be back next week. We'll see you then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen, sugar.